look at this question, and the question is use mathematical tables to evaluate the square root of 2.935 multiplied by 0.0765 over 32.74. Give your answer to 3 significant figures. So here we are just told to use a mathematical table, and for us to answer this question we are required either to have a mathematical table, a 4-figure mathematical table, or even a calculator. So remember, when you are using a calculator, you will be required to write your answer correct to 4 decimal places throughout your working. Now, for you to solve this question, you need to solve it in a tabular way, in a tabular form. So you need to have the first item is the number. Then you need to have again the standard form. You can write it as SF. And lastly, you need to have the log. Again, now you can have a table to there. Okay, now our first number was 2. Let me use a different color pen. Was 2.935. So this number in standard form we are going to have the same 2.935 multiplied by 10 power 0 because the decimal has not moved. So our log will start with 0 because of this 0 here. So in your calculator or on your log table, when you check 2.935, you have 0.46, then 76. We go to the next number, which is 0.0765. So in standard form, we're going to have 7.65 multiplied by 10. So 1, 2, 10 power negative 2, because we were moving from the right to the left. So your log will start with bar 2. So let us see what you have. So you have 0.88, then 37. So when you look at the question, you are told that it is this number multiplied by this number. So in log, we are going to add this log added to this log according to the laws of logarithm. So we are going to add. So we will have 6 plus 7, we get 13. Then 7 plus 3, we get 10. Plus 1, we get 13. Then this one, we get 14. So we'll have 5. Then here we'll have 3. Then this is 1. Then 1 plus negative 2. So we have bar 1, which is negative 1. So this is the answer that we have. So we go on and continue with our working. We have the last part as 32.74. In standard form, we will have 3.274 times 10 power 1. So our log will start with 1.5150. So because of the loss of logarithm, here was division, so we are going to subtract. And for clarity, I'll write here. So we are going to have 3 minus 0 is 3. Then 11 minus 5 is 6. Then 4, you get 3. Then this becomes 13 minus 5 is 8. So here was -1, and again we borrowed 1, so it became -2. So -2, when we subtract again 1, we get -3, and -3 is written as bar 3. That is the answer that we have. So according to the question, we were told that everything in bracket was in the square root. So we are going to apply a square root here, and you know that a square root is just the same as a number raised to power a half. So we are going to multiply by a half here, or it's just the same as divide by 2. So here we have bar 3, which is -3, and you cannot divide a negative number by a positive number, so we need to make this part to be a positive. And for you to make this part be a positive, you need to think of a number, of any two numbers, such that one is negative and the other one is negative. That now when you add these two numbers, you will still get this part. So think about a number like -4. So -4, we'll write it as bar 4. Then when we add it to 1, when you take bar 4 and add it to 1, you get bar 3. Then point now 8363. Now we can divide it by 2. We can divide by 2 because here you can see that here this part, it has a positive part, so you can take this one, divide by this positive part, and take this, divide by this negative part. So let us extend these lines a little bit. So we have when you take 2 divided by -2, you are going to get bar 2. 2 divided by -4, and then when you take 1.8363 divided by 2, you are going to get 0.9182. 9182. It was 815, so we rounded off to 4 decimal places, we get 82. So this number, you need to find now the antilog of this number, so that now you write it in significant figure, and then you get the number which is the required answer. For you to find the antilog of this number, on your calculator you can press the shift, then log, it will give you the antilog, then you write 0.9182, therefore you will get 8.283 multiplied by, remember just dealt with only from point to 9183, so we are left out with bar 2. So this bar 2 will become your power, so it is times 10 power -2, which is bar 2. So this is now the antilog. Again, from this antilog, now we need the answer, which is now the number. So the answer, you are going to take the antilog you got, then multiplied by this as a fraction. So you are going to have 8.283 multiplied by 10 power -2 is just the same as 1/100, or 1/10 power 2, which is that the same as 100. So when you take 8.283 multiplied by 1/100, you are going to get 0.08283, which is now the number. This is the required answer. Let us check if we did the correct thing. We were given the instruction that give your answer to 3 significant figures. Let us check. So you know that 0 is not a significant number because it's not appearing anywhere between any two numbers. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and your answer becomes now 0.0828. This is now your required answer. Remember, when solving a question on logarithm or using mathematical table, every working that you have to do, you need to ensure that it is in between this table. You are not required to work out anything outside the table. Thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to share, subscribe and like.